Okay, we're going to show you how to make a small coin purse. What you'll get in your little kit is you'll get the coin purse body and 2 gussets, one for each side. I'll show you how to do that. We've also put the snap on it, so you won't have to worry about that. You've already got the snap, so when you get it done, you can just snap it, you'll be done. Now, first thing you got to do is get your thread. You want it 5 times longer than the holes that you got, so you just measure out your holes and count out 5 pieces of thread, or 5, so that you got 5 pieces of thread, or 5 times longer than your holes, so you got plenty of thread. And then you thread the needle, one on each end of that thread. Now what you're going to do is take one of the gussets and make sure that you have it matched up so that the inside of the gusset is on the inside of the purse. So you got matching sides to sides, the inside to the inside. The top part of the gusset is the bigger side, so you want to, and the top side of the purse is the one with the rounded corners. So, and I've got the wrong one there. There we go. So you want to line up your hole, line up your gusset with your first hole. So you take your thread, run it through the top hole on the back of the coin purse and through the top hole on the top of the gusset. Kind of hard to see it there. Run it through there like that, and then pull it through like that. And then you take the other end of the thread, put it in the second hole of the coin purse like that, and it goes through the second hole on the gusset. Then you pull it through like that. Then take your needles, make sure get them even, so your needles are even, and then pull it snug up against there. Then you take the thread from the first hole and go back down the second hole that you just came through and out the front of the gusset, and pull that through and make that snug. Then you take the thread from the second hole here and back down through the first hole, so you're tying these threads together, and it comes back out like that, and you pull it through. And sometimes they're a little bit tight. Pull it through like that, and then just pull it snug. Then you take the one from the first hole on the front of the coin purse and go through the second hole here on the coin purse, so that you're coming out the back side again. So it's coming out the back side of it again, and pull it through. That's where it gets really tight, but then you pull that through, and then you pull it tight, not real tight, just snug. Then you've got one on each side of the coin purse, one piece of thread. Then you take your one coming out the front, run it through the third hole on the front of the coin purse and through the gusset, right through there. Pull it snug. Then take your other thread that's already coming out of the second hole, put it through the third hole that you just came through, and go back through there. So then you're pulling it through there. And then you take the one that's on the front of the coin purse into your fourth hole.
Saddle stitch.
Through the through the fourth hole into the inside of it, and then you take the one that's through that hole, and then you back stitch it back through the fourth hole that you just came out of. That's called a saddle stitch. That's what you're doing, is a saddle stitch. I forgot to mention that. Then you pull it snug. You continue that all the way down till you get to the end of the you get to the end of the gusset, just going through the hole and then back through the hole with the opposite end of the thread, and then you just pull it snug like that, and then you just do it again. You're doing the saddle stitch. You just have to keep doing that till you get to the end. Then I'll show you what you got to do there, because you're only doing one side at a time. But you just and usually you use a thread that matches the color of your leather, but for this I've used black on the natural leather just to make it show a little more, so that you can kind of see what we're doing. I hope it comes out all right. But you just continue back and forth till you get down here to the bottom. I always run it first through the front of the coin purse and pull it through, and then take your other one through that same hole like that, and then just pull it through. Pull it snug, and then right through here. There's two methods to this, evidently, but this is my method.
I have another one I will show you later. Much easier.
Then you pull it down through like that, pull it snug. I think you're getting the point now. We only got a couple more holes before we're gonna
just remember, you can Google saddle stitching.
You can Google saddle stitching if my saddle stitching isn't up to your standards of learning. And then just pull it through. Right through. Whoa, missed the hole. That happens. You just back it up and then put it through there. Most important thing is make sure you get the top at the top. And because if you put it on wrong, it won't close up correctly, and then you got a problem. You'll be taking it out and doing it again.
Double stitch that top too.
We already did that. Not we, me. Okay, we're on the last hole here of the gusset. So we're pulling that through. Then we're taking this one here back through, just like we did all the way down, back through the hole, just like that. There. Now, you're going to have to fold it to get it, but the way this coin purse works, to make so that your holes come out, you're going to do 3 holes down here at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, without the gusset. So you're going to do 3 holes just without the gusset. You just put your thread through there, and from the inside you go back through that hole, through that same hole, and you can see that it ties that gusset down right there. But that's one hole, and then you do your second one right there, and then just take your thread back through it, and then you got one more you got to do before we bend it over. This is the third hole, third and last one that you do without a gusset. So Putting that in there like that, and just pulling it out like that. Now you got your 3 holes. Now what you got to do is fold this over like that so that everything lines up. So you got your edges to your edges there. Kind of keep it straight. Then you've got to take your thread from the front side of the coin purse, run it through the coin purse, and then through the bottom hole on the gusset again. Or not again, but then on that side. See, and you'll come through, be like that. It'll come out of there. And then you take the one from inside, go back through that hole, just like we were doing, just a regular saddle stitch, and pull it out, and you'll see that it ties the gusset down to the purse. Then you just do your regular saddle stitch all the way up, always making sure you catch the gusset hole, just like that, and then take your thread back through that hole, that same hole you just did. Sometimes they're hard to hit, but there you go, because you're doing it at kind of an angle. But it will come through there, and you just pull it snug. And you just do it again. Right through there. And back through. And back through. There we go. Pull it snug. You don't have to go too tight, just pull it snug. And then through the hole like that, and then back through. Nothing too fancy here, just a saddle stitch, and back through. And you got to keep an eye on that to make sure you don't have a loose stitch. Make sure you get it pulled tight enough that you don't have a loose stitch there. I had one had to pull a little bit tighter. But you'll see it if it's loose. You don't want to have to take it out once you get it all done and start over. Keep your edge there straight. That makes it easier to line up the holes. If you kind of move it around, keep your edges straight while you're stitching this up. Makes it just a little bit easier. Now we're down to the last hole. We only got one hole left here. in the gusset, the one hole. So same thing. You're going to take your, from the front side of the coin purse through there, then you take it back through like that, just like the regular stitch, and then you have to take it back, the one here on the front of the coin purse, you take it back one hole and go through there, go back through it to tie it all together. There again, that's where it gets a little bit hard to pull through there. I have a pair of pliers up here. There we go. And then take your one from your last hole and run it back through the hole next to it, like that. There we go. Then you take the one on the front and run it back through one more hole so that you've got both pieces of thread on the inside of your gusset there, on the inside like that. Then what you do, you cut these two pieces. You're going to cut them off. It can be pretty close to it where you cut it at. You're going to cut it off right about there, and then you got your two pieces of thread sticking out there. Then you're going to take a lighter and you're going to melt that, because as you notice, this has wax on the thread. So then you take a lighter and melt that piece, those pieces of thread, but you got to be sure not catch them on fire. You just want to melt them. You don't want them to catch on fire, because then you got a burn mark on your leather. That one's a little bit long, but we'll just... There you go. Then you got that, and you do the other side the same way, remembering you got 3 holes down here at the bottom that don't have the gusset, and then you get that put in there, and bam, you got your coin purse, just like that. But it'll be sewn up on both sides. And what you'll get this blank one like this, it's not stained. You'll get a brown one. I'll send some brown thread for that. A brown one, a black one, regular black one, and then also you're going to get the snake skin one. And like I said, we've put the snaps on all of them for you, so that's no big deal. So you already got the snaps. So that's how you make them. If you have any questions, you can let me know. But you'll be getting 1, 2, 3, 4 little coin purses, and if you can, then you can go to Hobby Lobby or whatever, buy what other kind of leather you want and make your own. Bye.